Madam Secretary, the Secretary, roll call please.
Yes, 7:02, call to order. All right, Barbara Ivelisa Torres. She's not gonna make it. Charles James,
Present.
Elsa Ruz, Esther Colon. Felicia Salazar,
Present.
Carla Botta. Madeline Santana. Present. Marietta Mott. Trinette Duran, present. Dia Alemán.
Present.
Geraldine Amandola.
She's not gonna make it.
Okay, and Jacqueline Levita. Libera,
Levita.
right? Levita, okay.
Who did you call me?
Did you wait, sir?
Esther, yes.
No, Esther's no longer part of the cultural affairs roster.
Okay, so remove it?
She resigned, because she's running for council.
Gotcha.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so she doesn't count for this meeting, I'll remove it.
No, so you should have a total of 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yes.
Okay, any public comments? Seeing none, we'll move on.
Okay, I know, I didn't give you this yet then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Charles, can you push a little bit? For the door.
Referrals, additions, deletions? Seeing none. Seeing none. Review and approval of minutes. Ready?
Through the chair, we received the December 13th subcommittee ones now. So I'm gonna pass
That's
out
the one from, Emily's?
the subcommittee December 13th, that it was only like two, three of you guys?
December 13th?
Correct.
So those are the one from Emily? No,
From what?
from, Emily's?
He believes, yes, she
Awesome.
submitted them today. So here's a
Awesome.
copy of you guys.
Awesome.
Here's a copy for all of you.
Okay.
If you guys wish to approve these.
Yeah, let's read it real quick.
I have a question.
You show it.
Is it considered a sub because we didn't have quorum, or is it still a monthly meeting?
No, that was a subcommittee. It was.
Subcommittee, you don't need quorum, right?
Exactly. So it turned into a subcommittee because we didn't.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah.
It was a monthly, but it turned into sub because we didn't have quorum. Okay.
Correct.
We're on the January 10 minutes, right? Yeah,
I'm reading the December, which is, I read everything else.
okay, but we're reviewing the January one, right?
Right, right.
Anybody want to make a motion to approve the minutes?
I want to make a change.
Or do you have to, we haven't moved to approve them.
8C,
Eight, see?
Through the chair, don't we have to make a motion and then we can?
Wait.
discuss it?
Let me
With the,
find out what
with the minutes for Wednesday, December 13th.
no, it's in the agenda.
This one is the general terms.
Okay, that item is, Women History Month.
I make a motion to, approve the minutes.
Anyone second?
Second.
Second.
No discussion.
All right, who's first? Go ahead, discussion.
8C. It states that I abstained from that vote from subcommittee.
I think you did.
I abstained from the second request of two subcommittees. I agreed to the first subcommittee to meet as soon as possible.
Oh, okay.
I did not agree to meeting again to make a recommendation and review all the nominations.
Which is what we're doing today.
Actually, what we're doing today is voting today.
Right. Okay, do you hear a motion? JJ?
I'll make sure that, I would make a suggestion that you amend your motion and your motion be, I move to approve the minutes with this amendment. Okay.
Okay,
I move to change my original motion to approve the minutes to include my amended, correction of item 8C.
one second. Discussion?
Are we gonna vote? All in favor?
Okay,
Aye.
Any nays? Hear none, motion to amend passes unanimously.
that's for minutes of the 10th. Right,
Yes, Jen, it's fine.
okay, we just said next one we need to approve for the meeting.
Make a motion to the chair to approve the minutes for December 13th.
Everything's written. Okay.
But we have two, we have the ones that got approved first, January 10th,
And now we have,
and then we also had January 31st.
Which is the subcommittee.
Yes,
did we approve those?
Not yet.
okay.
But we want to December.
But Charles.
Let's do December chronologically, so we don't, it's crazy.
All right, so Charles moves to approve the December 13th, minutes, anyone second?
Second.
Second by Jacqueline.
No, it's a subcommittee, it's considered a subcommittee.
Yeah, since it's.
All right, discussion?
Minutes.
Okay, I make a motion. That's fair.
Charles made a motion, Jacqueline seconded, we're in discussion.
Okay.
Any discussion? All right, we're gonna vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays?
I'm abstaining. I wasn't there, I don't,
Well, not necessarily.
Madeline abstains.
I wasn't there, so I don't know if it's wrong or right.
But I mean, you could, but you don't have to abstain.
Okay.
Well, that's what I thought originally, we discussed it last
Any
time.
nays? Hearing none, motion passes by majority.
Okay, now we're gonna do
The January 31st,
the 31st.
any motions to approve January 31st minutes?
I motion to approve January 31st subcommittee meeting minutes.
Anyone second?
Well,
Second by you,
second
Tricia?
for discussion. There's some typos, so I think they need to be corrected, minor ones. And it's by Madeline. You know, it's not important, but I think it's approved, it's corrected, whatever they say. It's custom, not costume. Costume is when you wear, custom is a costume. Something else? Okay, that's it.
I have a question, for item 3.8, old business number 8. It says, I motion me personally for 6 guests, Geraldine seconded, discussion, 7 guests, including the winner. And then it says, also 6 in favor, yada, yada. And then at the end, it says, motion to have 6 guests, 6 guest limit, 7 including winner. So I don't understand if we agreed on 6 total, why is it 7?
It's
Yeah,
maybe just
that
probably a
was-
typo,
No,
or,
well, that, but okay. Subcommittee, we just voted on it, but it's not official.
Okay.
But we had the discussion, 7 including the winner. 6 guests, 7 including the winner.
I think we have two things mixed. I think we used to have 8. And
Yes,
so you said, no, 8 is too many, let's
Yeah.
go to 6. But then we said, with the 6, they can bring 7 guests, including themselves.
Correct.
Yeah, so
I
if
think
the
this-
party is the total of 7, each party the total of 7 is the complete,
I
right?
think this, I think.
I think that's what we all
Right.
agreed on.
Because we used to have
But
8
it's
categories,
efficient.
and you said cut it down to 6, because we didn't have any.
Yeah, so let's just read through that and make sure that,
Are we voting on this?
you're just voting on
Voting on the minutes.
So just, you're just making sure that the minutes are correct.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Okay. I think the next item is, we need to go to some,
Yes, yes, that's just discussion.
The agenda is
Oh, we
chairman's
never
report.
voted on the January 31st.
Oh, there's a, but I thought we talked about it.
No,
No, made a motion.
You guys were in
Did someone
discussion.
second it?
You were in discussion.
Yes, Jack, Felicia seconded.
Okay. Any discussion?
That's, we're done.
Okay, are we gonna vote?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing none, motion passes,
Okay.
unanimously.
Through the chair, since that was approved with edits, I need those minutes to be resent with those edits.
Next. Sorry. Okay, next item, the chairperson's report. Today, have miscellaneous updates. We reached out to the gallery and I called them today again. They haven't responded. We're trying to get artists for the, distinction to have some artwork in town hall. So hopefully, because I wanted to have that information today because as we have spoken before, we wanted to vet the artwork to make sure that is what we wanted to display, but unfortunately the person has not come back. So I think we have enough time for the next meeting. We can, have the handouts, but I'll call them again because he has not responded. So now I'm going to find another artist. Second item was nonprofit organization reached out to the town through ISLE in regards to collaborate on an Earth Day event. So this is just for if interested, we can reach out to them. So we're not obligated to do this, we'll review it to see how we have time to really see what they want to do, something like plastic and babies and things like that. And the third one is, I met via Zoom with the Miami-Dade Cultural Affairs Department. They would like to attend an upcoming town council meeting to give a brief presentation, which they showed to me through the Zoom meeting, of their current efforts promoting art and culture in Miami-Dade County and the possibilities of helping the town or the Cultural Affairs Committee with any future endeavors relating to the arts. So they said that they have a lot of resources that we can tap into. And I explained to them that we don't have a cultural center, so we have to do events in different venues. And again, the town has to approve this, but they can help those venues since they're being used for cultural events for us. So they can help, they need to do something to the venue. So that's the latest from them. And I sent them an invitation for our Motown review. She replied back this Monday, and said, unfortunately, they have to do a workshop or something, but to please to send them a calendar of their upcoming events, and she will share with the staff. So she has the whatever we'll put together for the venue review. I'm sorry, and so that at least now they're interested. They want to do a Zoom meeting at least with the town. Because I send information to the town, but they haven't replied back, so the presentation is very interesting. The county is like one of the top earners of money through cultural events, so I think it's good that they're aware who we are and that we're interested. And she was very, very happy to. Her name is Ashley Thomas. I spoke to several people in the Zoom meeting, and they really want to help us out, so that's good. My second item is request the town to add I was looking at the new website, which is very nice, But there's an area, correct me if I'm wrong, aisle has to do art in town, but they did not include the house. And it's good that, I mean, I have the locations and we originally wanted to do like a little brochure, but it would be nice if the town would say, you know, where the cows are located, so please take that into account.
Yeah, we got, so
Because
just,
there's nothing on the cows and the art in town, that was one of our first projects that we did,
so I reviewed your chairperson's report before coming to the meeting and I already talked to staff and yeah, that's something we can do.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
as you notice the little squares, we can just add that
Oh, okay.
initiative in there. And then if you notice for the other artwork around town, there's a little description that says where they're located, so we can do the same thing for the
Fantastic,
house.
that's great. And last but not least is to request to find our banners that we pay for them. And we displayed them at the 4th of July several years back. And I don't know where they are. I'll recommend that please, when you put up the graduates banners, because last time you told me that you had to pay to bring those people in. So let's see if we can find the banners and put them up at least, you know, for the 4th of July or to display it around the town, because I don't know how many there are, but we had them along the 154th. So I think that's important that we get the exposure on the town sees what we're doing.
What, excuse me, through the chair, what does the banners have?
The banners have, I can't remember, it has something about culture, it has a logo, and, I don't remember.
You're referring to the 4th of July ones, right?
Huh?
The 4th of July ones that you guys had once upon a time?
I think so, that's the other one.
So, through the chair, again, I reviewed your report before coming to the meeting and already spoke to staff about it. We did a cleaning of the closet in the last couple of months and those banners were not found. So as of right now, we don't have them. Maybe they were disposed of. I'm not sure. We have not seen them and we went through the entire closet. Secondly, I wanted to mention that yes, as you mentioned, there is a cost related to putting up banners. Even if we were to put them up with the other installments, there is a cost because as you go adding banners, that's additional labor, right? Like more time and effort needed. So just to give you guys a quote on what we're dealing with for Education Advisory Board, where we quoted for 20 banners, for example, and the installation, I'm not talking about printing, simply like giving them the banners and having them install them is $1,400 for them to install and for them to remove. So I'm just giving you a number ballpark, just so you guys know what we're working with here. And I also want to mention that that cost back then, my understanding is that was done in 2020 when we couldn't have a 4th of July event. That was the reason why those banners were produced and put up so that we had something since we didn't have an event. And Cultural Affairs paid out of their 4th of July budget to budget for that installation and removal of those banners. So you guys would have to be willing to part ways with that money to cover the installation and the removal of the banners. For example, when Veterans Committee does it, they have to pay the installation and removal as well as the printing of the banners, although they usually get sponsors for that. And same thing with Education Advisory. We do have to pay installation and removal of all the banners that go up.
My concern is that they're lost.
Yeah.
So, is there another location where they could be stored?
We've cleared up our closets at this point and we have not seen them. Because I know you brought this
That
up.
storage room in the Veterans Park is huge.
Yeah, I'll remind you, I think this was maybe a year ago or something. I had sent out an email to all committees because they had gotten out of control, the closet. You know, most committees use the closet, and there's things that have been stored there for forever. I can tell you that there was cleaning done. I had asked the committees to go in there. Cultural Affairs did not respond back to me. Somebody told me that they weren't able to. So I'm not saying that they were thrown out. I'm just saying that we
We're trying to
cannot find
find
them in
the
there.
time to go and it was never communicated to us when we could go.
No, I don't think that that's correct, Felicia, because I specifically remember one of the committee members telling me we're not able to, please just have like staff go through it. I'm not
I
saying-
don't know who told you that, but
Yeah.
I won't say that.
I'm not saying it was you, but a committee member did. They said that they weren't able, that it was just too much work for them to go through it. Essentially, you know, things get heavy there and I know it's like, you know, it's 3 stories. I understand that.
If you see something, say, hey, look, I was found your stuff, you know, but you're throwing it away.
I'm not saying it was thrown away, I'm just saying there's been cleaning done and we couldn't find them the last time we went.
Okay, let's give it another try then, see where they are.
Yeah.
They gotta be somewhere, because they were big.
I know what banners look like because I deal with it on the veteran side and the education advisory side. So I'm aware of what the banners
Okay,
generally look like.
tell me and, I'm working closer now, so I'll find time and I'll go.
If you want me to schedule time, I'm happy to send you an email.
Okay,
Where
let
you
me
can
know.
go. That's fine.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Next item, treasurer's report. Well, we don't have a treasurer anymore, so.
We didn't get them.
Just so you guys know, essentially, she was just summarizing what is in front of you guys. I always attach it as part of your agenda packet, so feel free to look at it. It's page 12.
Yeah, it was.
So we're not gonna go, we're not gonna go over the rest of the
No,
pages,
no, we're
12,
not gonna,
13,
we're not
14.
gonna go over it,
No, no.
because we know it's the same. Okay, treasurer's report is, has not changed.
Well, number 7.
Hold on a second, because we did talk about the banners. Then there was number 3 on your report, CAC budget.
Oh, you're.
No, and when I say. Just an update, CSE budget is the same, just basically, I just found out about, the cost of putting up the banners if we find them. So, but again, this is a report, we don't have to vote on this. The treasurer's report, unless you see something that has changed or needs to be updated.
Or if you guys have any questions on it.
Any questions?
Should we appoint a new treasurer since we don't have one?
Esther was very good with the numbers and stuff, and I asked her to be the treasurer, but I don't think we need.
Yeah, co-treasurer is technically doesn't officially have a treasurer
Gotcha.
position.
We used
That
to
was
at the
good.
beginning, but then that's it.
So, but as part of your, yes, resolution or anything, you guys don't have that.
No, we don't have to.
Still a number?
No.
No. So, okay, any questions on the budget? Good. Let's move on to the next item. Old business. We're gonna do the voting, and before I yield the floor to Madeline, who's the chair of that event. I just want to go over something real quick. I know whoever's here already hopefully read all the nominations. And I think it's important because I find out something, and we'll discuss it when we get to that categories, is to, I think it's, I call it a criteria for women of distinction winner selection. And it's very important, the verification and accuracy of the following: the nominee's home and business address, the reason for their nomination, qualifications in comparison to the other nominees.
Where are you by, please?
No, I'm just reading my personal notes.
Oh, okay.
It's in regards to, like I said, like, I wanted to say this before we started. And, let me go over it. Okay, this is what I think is important for this time and next time we do the review. It's verification and accuracy of the following: nominee's home or business address, nominee's reason for nomination, nominee's qualifications in comparison to other nominees in their specific category, and the nominee's vote count. When I say that is, you could have tons of votes, but the qualification of that person is less than another person that has maybe 2, but is more qualified, which is what happened, I think,
Is there someone in particular that you want us to pay close attention to?
No, it's just because I remember years back, we had like a lot of votes for one person, but there was another person that was more qualified. And like I said, if that person who has tons of votes is qualified or is more qualified, good. But it doesn't, don't feel obligated that, I don't want this to be like a popularity vote. It's up to your opinion, but this is what I think it is. Okay, with that said, I yield the floor to Madam.
Okay, Chair, just for a quick second, in order to make this as easy as possible, I printed out some sheets that I'm gonna hand out to all of you, just so you can cast your vote there, and like that, we just, you know, have like a clean record of what everybody's voting for.
Wonderful. You're a genius. We love you. Please. 15 votes.
Oh, I did my little. I got my little. So it's gonna make it easy.
And then if anybody needs to look at it, I know I've emailed you guys copies of the
Make up his name.
of the past winners, so if you guys need to reference that, let me know it's here. And if anybody needs copies of the redacted ones that were sent out to you, I also have that, so just let me.
But let me see that.
Yeah. Let me give you one of each. So this is arts. Make sure to look at the back, because sometimes there's more than one. Business. Government. There was only one for health. And there was one, I mean, there was,
Okay, thank you.
but just make sure to look at both sides of it.
Okay, all done. Let's put you.
I have a quick question. Can we make a comment on the categories? Yeah, yes, I don't. Okay, Madeline?
Let me close it up.
Yes.
Felicia has a question.
No, let's start with the categories. I have a question if we can, because I sent something to Lyle and I wanted to share with the rest of you. But since we cannot, after I showed her, because I didn't want to spend too much time on this, just basically say, you know, my concerns. Really specific, topic. Okay. Okay. So I guess we can make a comment.
Oh, I'm
All
sorry.
right, I'll make a
She had a
comment.
question.
No, yeah, you can.
Okay, let's start.
I mean, part of the voting, right, it's a motion, and you guys can make a
That's a
discussion.
discussion. We'll have discussion.
Okay. What's the motion for?
When we get a category, I guess we make a motion and we put that one, right?
I guess it's just a discussion, right, you're just bringing up
Yeah,
a.
discussion.
I wanna make a
So
motion to use the voting sheet that IO passed out right now.
Instead of discussion.
Okay. No, yes, you voting.
Any second
Madeline second.
discussion?
Looks good.
Okay, all in favor of using the sheet to vote?
I.
Any nays? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously.
Go ahead and circle.
No. Okay. Okay, arts category.
Are we saying what we did or were we?
No, it's like, I wanted to make a comment on this one specifically.
Okay,
That I have a concern.
the first one you're
what?
selecting is the arts.
No, she does have a comment about it.
Oh,
That's all.
okay.
I reviewed this one like it was required. And, it caught my eye because I read, and I know that we don't have the name, but it's real quick. I don't wanna, dwell too much on it, but my concern was that, the person, I don't know who nominated this person. But, the information is incorrect. And my concern is that
For which one?
for arts.
But is it A or
that
B?
B.
Okay.
I say the information in the nominees is incorrect. And I don't think we should accept it as submitted.
What's incorrect?
Let me continue explaining to you what my concern is. I had to write it because then I forget what I'm saying. Some of the accomplishments listed were not performed at this nominee. But by another person. Back in 2017, which was our first Woman of Distinction Award. And I'm explaining this to you because I know the history of this. The winner was also from the Main Street Players. And the Main Street Player has those accomplishments for, you know, So what, this person is saying that she did all this, but in reality, the information that is providing is incorrect. I'm not blaming, the person who nominated her, because maybe she got the information incorrect. But that's my concern. This person is saying that she, and what caught my eye was that she was instrumental in the transition, which to me is incorrect because I have the backup of that information, and I have this if you want to review it. She was not instrumental, as per the facts and information that I gathered. But I wasn't sure, and I said, let me double check this, and it confirmed my concern. I said, no, she was not instrumental in this. She said under her leadership, the dress rehearsal became a preview night for the guests, which is also incorrect. This was done by the previous winner in 2017. And
Let me, since that's,
again, it's like incorrect information.
well, I'm not
Wait,
sure.
let me
Okay, go ahead.
finish. Let me
Okay,
And I think it is our duty as a selection board not to make any corrections, if this person wants to resubmit for next year with the correct information that is true and verifiable, they're welcome to do it. At this time, I think that it should be withdrawn because the information is incorrect, and it will look bad on us to vote for somebody that is claiming that did all this and is not.
All right, so Felicia, your motion is to withdraw candidate B. Is there any
Exactly.
second?
Second. Any second?
Any seconds?
Motion fails.
since you make a comment about that, I happen to be in, I happen to be in Main Street Press. And, Main Street Press has gone through a transition. And, I hear what Felicia's saying, but however, we moved, from that old place to the new. And we did that 3 years ago. And so what this person is saying, this is what happened 3 years ago. Now, the person that won before was at the old place, not very little time at the new place, because that person, hate to get into the politics of it, but she resigned. And so therefore, the new person picked this up and carried it forward. So I would say, from what I've read, she was instrumental in moving from the old place to the new. The old person was not a part of the move from the old place to the new place. That person had already resigned and was not there.
Give me for agreeing with you, you're not reading this correctly. He was instrumental in turning the theater from a community theater into a professional.
She
theater.
was. She was,
He
believe it or
wasn't.
not,
There was.
I've been on the committee for this for 20 years. I've been on
No,
there
no,
for 20 years.
like I said, this is what.
Okay,
I
I don't know who
involved
you're
with
getting
it.
your information from,
but-
but I've been on that 20 years.
I have backup
Okay,
information.
all right.
I have information here that you can look at it. The person is claiming that she was
Okay.
instrumental. She wasn't even
She
in the
was-
advisory board.
Everybody was there was instrumental. I was instrumental in it. I was there, a part of it. I was there.
But were you in the advisory board?
Yes, I've been on the advisory board for 20 years.
One thing is the advisory board, one thing is the advisory board for the transition.
I was on both of them. I was on both. I've been on that committee longer than I've been on this one.
I'm sorry, guys, but respectfully, I know you guys have differences of opinions,
Just
that's
go ahead.
great. If
Just
you've
go
been
ahead and let-
shared, I wanna remind you that the motion failed and we do need to,
Okay.
keep going with the agenda.
Okay. I just don't want to have egg in our faces when we give an award to someone who gave incorrect information and they submitted their application. That's. Put that in the record, please.
What do you want?
It's being, everything, guys, is being recorded.
Yeah,
everything's
but put it in writing, please.
So she's requesting that she disagrees with the fact that we may move forward and look back, or you guys may move forward and look back.
But it failed.
With candidate.
So it's a no.
I mean, that's part of the motion and it failed, yes.
The motion failed.
Yes. Okay, so that's your business, or circle, the business category.
Any comments?
Oh, I think one of the business personnel is out of our town limits. Which one?
Something about Toyota.
I will, and on that, I think most of you were at the meeting last
That's-
time.
yeah.
I think there was a discussion on that, and I know this has been a thing in the past. I just want you guys to keep something in mind. We usually go out with the women of distinction saying, hey, these are the these are the guidelines. They should work in Miami Lakes or live in Miami Lakes. I understand that in the past we've allowed, you guys have made the decision, you know, it's okay because they still serve the Miami Lakes community, although they maybe don't directly work or live here. The only thing I will have you guys keep in mind, because I think it's a fair point to bring up, is that when you do that, you may, because we go out saying they must live or work in Miami Lakes, there are certain people that may look at that and say, oh, my candidate's not gonna qualify, and they just don't, don't send in a nomination. I think that's just something to keep in mind going forward, because maybe we lost good people if you're gonna anyways take in the vote for somebody who may not live in Miami Lakes. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Excellent. Excellent.
It's something to keep in mind. Again, you guys have in the past have made the exclusion before. I mean, you're more than welcome to
No,
take that vote, just.
I think we should stick to our guidelines, because otherwise we set a precedent. Well, anybody from outside can just come in and get another one.
Through the chair, I would suggest you guys make a motion, take a proper motion and vote that that's what you're gonna follow with this. And I'm only saying it because every year we go out the same way, but every year you guys end up making it. At least in the last 2 years, I'm just letting you know, you guys have made the exclusion at the meeting. So I'm just reminding you that you guys should agree on how you're gonna tackle these.
Anybody want to make a motion? Okay.
I just made that comment because one of our last meetings, it was,
Nine.
oh, but well, we did, and
Yeah, you guys brought it up, but it wasn't a proper
Yeah,
vote.
because
Right.
we
So
went
that's
with
the-
category and we want to discard the person. But at this time, we have different ones, so I think we should, I make a motion that we follow our guidelines to be consistent for the rest. To be fair to those who want to, who are from Miami Lakes or work in Miami Lakes. And not have someone, so I think we should.
So Felicia, are you making a motion?
Yeah, I'm making a motion that we follow the guidelines original and we stick to it.
By that, if you want.
What do you mean by
If
that?
I live in Miami
It's-
Lakes, I'm saying stick to picking winners that either live in Miami Lakes or work in Miami Lakes, is what she's saying.
Yeah, follow our guidelines.
Any second?
Any second? Huh?
I didn't second it, so we're in discussion in
We're in
case
discussion.
anybody else has any comments on that.
Discussion?
I don't agree with that. I think it's gonna limit us and we're gonna keep getting the same people over and over and over. Cause even with this list, we still have candidates in the past that have won and they're still being nominated. I think we need to open ourselves up to adjacent areas and areas of interest and people that are contributing with innovation and forward thinking and lifelong learners and business influencers, because even if they don't live in Miami Lakes, people in Miami Lakes go to, headquarter Toyota, or they go to Matter Lake, so they go to, so I really don't feel that being that stringent is going to move this program
Let me
forward.
ask you this, do people in Hialeah will take people from Miami Lakes, to get them awards? Do you know that? Can you confirm that?
I'm not gonna have this discussion.
We just-
with you.
Yes, you guys can state your opinions, guys. It
Right.
doesn't matter. You don't have to agree. This is the point of the discussion that
But
I.
We let
For the
people
last
from
4 or
outside
5
go-
years, I've
Guys,
done,
just one at a time, sorry, just one at a time for the record.
through the chair, the last 4 or 5 years, we've gotten smaller and smaller. We used to have like 10, 8, now we're down to 6. If we have the people here, then you remember about a month ago, I made the plea, we had some visitors here, I say, please, you know the community, you know people in there, you know what they're doing, please help us, because we don't know everybody. If you know somebody out there doing something that's outstanding, please contact the person on the committee and let them, let them work it. That didn't go. Matter of fact, we were barely able to get these numbers this year, so I don't know if that is gonna, I think we need to expand it or maybe not have it. Because we're getting the same thing every year.
Yes,
The
agreed.
person's outstanding, but she lives down the street. She lives 1 block out of Miami Lakes. So, okay, you're out. So I don't know, I just think that we've gotten to the point we beat this horse to death for the last 2 or 3 years, and we come up with the same thing.
Mhm.
We're getting smaller and smaller. So I say either we expand it or we just let it go and do some other way of recognizing women during the month of March.
Okay, through the chair. I did not bring this part up because I agree with staying within the town of Miami Lakes. I want to make that clear. Her motion was for this nomination process. However, on that note, I agree for next year, if we have still this, because like you said, in previous, our nominations are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. For future, that's a different thing, but for the motion of this, that's why I brought it up, because there was talk back and forth, and do we exclude her, do we not exclude her, or him? No, it's gonna be her. To that point, but for future, that's a different motion that I would agree to expand, but I'm just piggybacking off of her motion for this particular nomination. Because we have done it in the past and it wasn't clarified. At the last meeting, it was brought up, it wasn't voted on, and it was clearly said, no, they have to be in Miami Lakes. So I just wanted to clarify for this voting, but for future, I do tend to agree that we have to expand if we want to keep this up. Because we've been already cut back to 6 categories. And now even we have 2 categories that one has only one person and the other one was tied close to close, and now we're trying to disqualify one of those. So that's the area of coverage has to be expanded a little bit outside of Miami Lakes, but that's for the future. But for this one is, I guess what her motion is mainly for, Madam Chair's motion is to exclude or to take this person out.
She's not saying anything specifically, I think she's saying just on how you choose the winners today. Through the chair, is there any other discussion on this?
No, I said what I said.
Okay, so in favor of Felicia's motion to follow the guidelines to pick members that live in Miami Lakes and or work in Miami Lakes for this 2024 year. In favor of Miami Lakes only. Felicia in favor. Against.
Guys, raise your hand so we're
Yeah,
clear
because
on-
I need to get the against.
What do you have?
All right, so the motion is to follow the guidance to pick members that live in Miami Lakes and or work in Miami Lakes for this 2024 year. So the candidates that we have here, are only the people that live in Miami Lakes. That's the motion on the table
Most of
For
them,
this year.
for this year.
most of them are.
In favor, Felicia, 1, against.
So we just want to make sure we capture the
Or
vote.
yays or nays or?
Okay,
So
so,
who's against it, guys? Please raise your hand.
Nay.
hold on, all right, so against we have Z, Madeline,
Charles,
Charles,
did you vote?
Jackie, are you voting against or in favor? Or abstaining?
Perhaps I'm missing the point here of what we're voting. Felicia wanted to stay within the confines of Miami Lakes, working or residing
Correct.
For this election or this.
For you guys, what you're picking right now?
for this year.
Yeah, that's the,
Yeah,
that's the
I
motion.
agree with that.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
in
voting with
favor.
it.
All right,
Yeah,
so
she's-
then
so it's
Felicia and Jackie in favor.
Let me see, Jackie. Let me see, Jackie.
Jacqueline in favor, and then Z, Madeline, Charles, and Trinette against. The motion fails by majority. So all the candidates stayed for business category, go ahead and vote.
I think you guys can just vote for everything on the paper.
Just do that. Any more comments on the rest of the categories?
Or any questions you guys may have?
I think, the health, we only have one, and then the volunteer, the number A didn't say much, so. Yeah, sure, what they're telling you, work for it.
All right, so we're giving Isle
Our voting sheets.
our voting sheet.
We have to put our name or the secret.
I mean, guys, it's public, there's no secret, everything is
It's
public.
public
record. Even if you were
knowledge.
voting by your hand,
It says your name on
No,
top.
but we, this is
everything is,
paper, I mean, it's like,
It's the same as if we were voting.
It's- yeah,
I put my name on it. Blame report. It's sad, but
And then we'll come back. to-
with the green or the art one. I think the.
Okay.
When I'm picking the.
Moving on.
No, hold on, I'm still waiting.
Charles is
on
Charles.
Oh,
Felicia,
the
you have it?
the voting? now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys vote on it. Thank you.
I'm making mistakes like.
Jackie. Yours?
Yeah, I have to tell you.
Just put your name on it. Let's put Jackie. You just gave me this one. Can, yeah, just like, I don't want anyone thinking that, then I like, public record. And you guys, I mean, when you raise your hand, it's public record anyways. So, thank you guys. If you want, I don't have it. Yeah, I can tell you for you guys, and I can also distribute it once I'm done, so you guys have it.
All right, so okay, moving on to the update. Oh, we don't know winners yet.
If you want. just
Winners,
have
we
it.
need to know the winners.
Okay, I'm gonna have it, but don't rush me.
I'm just saying because of her.
No, I was trying to move on to the agenda. Oh,
So it's just, we should stop tabulating that, let's move on, so.
Okay, so through the chair, just so we're all on the same page, what are we doing now? I'm tallying, but what do you guys do?
We're moving on to the next item,
I think that
then
Evan still
update.
has stuff regarding.
Yes.
women.
yeah, we have, you know.
okay.
Make
and-
sure you tabulate it properly.
Invoices and then. So I'm passing out the proposal.
No, that's right, we need to vote on
Yes.
what we did in the
You pass it
subcommittee,
out.
that's right.
Pass it down. Take, no, take one, pass it on.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to see the bids or invoices, I have copies. Is it just one copy? Yes.
You may have. missed
You,
it, I'm just
we,
making sure.
it's not official, remember? It was a subcommittee.
So, yeah. I know all of us were here, but in the subcommittee, but we didn't, this is the official.
All right, so one by one, we do it all.
You can review it. I'm just gonna say real quick, we have a caterer for Standing Ovation Catering. It's for 64 people. It's 2,000. The awards, we're gonna have 6 awards and 1 award, a smaller award for keynote speaker. And that's total 493. The award, the main one is the same one we had last year at the Octagon. And the keynote speaker is gonna be a little, teardrop. The flowers, I put $200 budget. Mainly because we're trying to get orchids for the centerpieces. And then if not, we're gonna have to get a backup. Excuse me. For the centerpieces. So if we have to pay full price for the orchids, they're $20 each. We're gonna need 10. It's 200. Tables and linens, we have pink, gold tablecloth divided. And they're a total of 8 tablecloths for $120 total. Tables and chairs, 8 tables, they're round. 64 chairs at $292 for the total amount, and that includes delivery. Janitorial, I'm requesting 2 janitorials at $17 per hour for 5 hours each, from 9:30 to 30 p.m. for $170. Miscellaneous could be anything from extra hour of janitorial, additional gas, etc. of $225, makes it a total of $3,500, which is the total amount of our budget.
I make a motion to approve the budget for women at the station as presented by Natalie.
I
I
started.
second it.
Second.
Okay.
Good job.
I'll,
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna roll.
can you add this to the record, please?
Seconded by Charles. Discussion?
No.
Real quick, since we're in the discussion, the menu is going to be prosciutto bar with orange juice, strawberry, mango puree, fruit and cheese board with crackers and bread, creamy scrambled eggs, assorted mini quiches, bacon and turkey, sausage, bagels with cream cheese, nova, scallion, cream cheese and jam, French toast casserole with berry compote, and caramel sauce, mini chicken salad sandwiches on Hawaiian bread, ziti with our signature lasagna sauce or their signature, coffee, cream, sugar. It includes all the flatware and dinnerware.
This is still a 16th, right?
Yes, March 16th, 11 a.m. to
What,
2.
what?
1 p.m. Thank you.
Madeline, is that standard ovations?
Yes,
Are we gonna have it in town hall?
yes.
Were you able to get the tables, that you wanted?
Hang on, we're gonna vote on the motion to approve the budget. So any more discussion?
Agreed.
Okay, all in favor?
In favor.
Any nays? Hearing none, motion to
No, wait,
approve.
wait, I have a question. At the last meeting.
Yeah.
You said you were gonna check on the tables and chairs because.
Yes, and if you just look at my proposal, it says tables and chairs, 8 tables, 64 chairs for $292, and it includes delivery, is what I said.
Okay, so what was sorry about the question, because, I remember what was the budget that we're getting the tables, so that, where's the difference?
It's in the minutes.
We didn't because the amount that we had, we were gonna get the Roberto Alonso, and then we realized we can't have the Roberto Alonso. So then I had to go and get a bid for the tables and chairs.
Yeah, it was,
What was the bid for,
Roberto Alonso has
8
chairs.
tables and 64 chairs.
Yeah, but,
how much was the, I mean, just for my information.
yeah, before
It's on the
we said
proposal.
Roberto Alonso
No,
chairs.
Roberto, this is the Roberto.
Roberto Alonso, no, Roberto Alonso, they were gonna ship it over, but we had to pay a handyman
300 to 400.
Yeah.
$300 or $400, so this is cheaper. I mean.
I think that's what she was asking, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, that was my.
Cause it was like,
question,
we had to
because
pay
I
the
know-
handyman to pick them up and then take them back, and it was least expensive to go with the company that just brings it up, sets it up, and we don't have
Yeah.
to pay extra.
Through the chair for clarification, based on the January 31st minutes, it was chairs and round tables to be moved from Roberto Alonso, even though we didn't have to rent them, it was $300 to $400.
So we're
So
still,
then it was,
good, thank you, Madeline.
all right, so we're gonna vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing none, the motion to approve the budget as presented by Madeline passes unanimously.
Oh. Sorry. Well, what else? What else on
We
the?
are on
Round
the
B's.
CAC 2024-2025 calendar.
We're not gonna,
She's still,
you're still calculating? Okay,
Yes.
okay.
it's 7:55.
So, okay.
You put it on the agenda packet?
Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, because I put it together. Okay, I think like this is like the third calendar that we discussed. I think we tabled it because we were running out of time regarding something. So we had the proposed upcoming events, and then we had also the subcommittee chairs. And I think we basically had everything set down. We had the calendars for the dates. And then the only thing that was pending was the Symphony of the Americas, which I already contacted them, they haven't gotten back to me. It's either gonna be either the 17th of August or the 24th. The church already said that they're ready, and they just need a date. So it's pending on, but it's gonna be either the 6th, 17th, or 24th, so that's the choice unless they change it to something else. The September 5 is the 5th, is the book talks, which I think is gonna be here at Town Hall. I don't know the update on that, I guess, Elsa is gonna confirm it. October 12, we have the Hispanic Heritage Month, and proposing to do Argentina. I already contacted a few people, I think we haven't, it's just a matter of getting more information and see how much it's gonna cost us. And that's set for October 12. Concert in the Park, Charles, I need for you to contact Nicole and find out, because I know there's something, if not, we'll get somebody else, so I need for you to follow up on that and check with them if they can do it on that day.
Through the chair, and I just want to make sure we're all on the same chair. So we're still pending, because you mentioned it's been brought up a couple of times, it's been tabled a couple of times, so I'll just take this opportunity to remind you guys that you guys still have to vote on these, just to make sure we're, this is how we're moving forward.
Voting on the
Yeah.
dates.
And then, and on the chairs, because you guys, on my notes, the chairs that were picked were for Black History Month, Women of Distinction, and Holiday Book Reading. So just make sure you guys go through, thoroughly through that and agree if you're ready for
Yeah,
that.
let's look at it, not one by one, because it will take forever.
Well, yeah, you guys can approve it as a whole, or if you're gonna, if there's some that you wanna
I
make
can
edits
just look
to.
through it, I think, Black History Month was Charles and I,
Mhm.
Women of Distinction of Madeline for the fishing tournament.
But I just wanna be clear, because they're confused that they haven't approved this yet. It hasn't been approved. This is the
No.
proposal you guys have, we're still pending the committee approval.
Okay, through the chair,
Yes,
I'm making a suggestion that right now, for this moment, we only discuss the events and verify the dates of the events. Then the other one will be a different topic.
okay,
So August 17 or 24,
for the, Symphony of the Americas.
okay, so through the chair,
The
I
time-
suggest
the time
that,
Also,
okay, I suggest we vote on that. Is it either or?
yeah, it's either or, it's up to the symphony people, because they haven't gotten back to me.
So we have to make a motion and then we discuss what's
No.
better.
It's just that, do you agree?
You can either approve the document as a whole, so you don't have to go one through one, or if there's, if you see things you wanna change for each one, then yeah, you might have, then you
Because-
do the motion one by one.
For August 17 or 24, so we have to decide which one.
But she's
No.
leaving it open for both, because she's trying to see what they have available, the actual concert
Oh, okay,
artists.
okay.
Yeah.
Book talk and.
And the only, and I'm sorry, through the chair, the other thing that, sparked my attention was when you were talking to Charles about Nicole Henry. What is the question there? And I just want to be clear, because I'll remind you guys, Charles had asked me for this past year, I want to say, if we could have Nicole Henry come out for the, since we kind of lost that concert, but we had to pay a lot of money. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I'm not sure if I forwarded the email to all of you, or just to Charles, or just to Felicia. So the question was, can you come back at a discount, given that we kind of lost all that money and we really didn't have a performance, right, due to the rain?
Right.
They came back and confirmed, and unfortunately, the best they can do is just come out again and charge us the same price as the previous year. But they wouldn't be able to just, give it to us for free, because although it got rained out, they had,
Yeah,
fees they had to pay.
show up.
So I just want to be clear that this would be like, doing it all over again.
And they showed up as.
I know there was an email
Mhm.
that you shared, I think with him, or maybe.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure you guys all know that.
Because that's what the email said.
Yeah, so if you guys are looking to book her again, it's brand new, right? Like, we're paying all over again. I just want to make sure you guys
Okay,
know that.
now that's clarified.
Yeah.
I want to
wanna
point
do
out
it.
something through the chair too. The book talk you have for September 5th, that's like a long weekend, it's Labor Day weekend.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, well, so Elsa,
May I ask a question?
yes.
When are we going to vote upon the subject matter for some of these events? Once we set the date?
Well, the subject matter, I think, again, Elsa's not here, so she needs to bring what book she's proposing.
And we vote on that?
Yeah, so she brings a proposal to you guys.
And so the chair for the Hispanic Heritage is also gonna bring up proposals for that?
I mean, Felicia already is proposing one. You guys can either vote, you can vote with it, you can vote against it, or you can leave it open if you guys want to put
Yeah.
other options.
Is that gonna be at our next meeting?
It
Or
could be in
we
the
can
next
close
meeting. The thing is that the way I see it, I don't want to give too many options because it may confuse you, and I think you are confused. So
I'm not
it's-
confused.
No,
I asked
it's
you a
like-
very clear question.
No, I'm saying is when you give too many options of we can do this, we can do that, it's like she was confused about the dates, the 17th or 24th, those are the ones because that's the best weekend that we can do. So what I'm saying is, like I said, we already looked at the dates. And then now we're gonna move to this item. Are we done with the dates?
Through the chair,
Yes, ma'am.
September 5th is a Thursday.
Yeah, because you guys normally do the book talks on it.
Right. Also, it's not.
Yeah, it's
It's
always
not-
done, it's always done on a Thursday for some reason, I don't know why.
Labor Day is the 2nd. The Monday of that week of Thursday.
Yeah.
So we're okay then.
Okay,
I was
guys,
just
you
clarifying.
just have to either make a motion to agree, yes, or make a motion to not agree, no, or defer it. I mean,
I would either defer
And
and
I
not
think-
agree, because I think there's things on these that were never discussed, and I think this is what is causing a bit of attention, because we continue to say we're gonna vote on this, and like, for example, you brought up Argentina, but like, we never said anything.
No,
about
but
it.
Yeah, that's
this
just our
is just a
proposal.
day.
Proposal.
That's why I separated, just as a
Okay,
day.
then we're not voting on that then.
Well, afterwards, but right now we're just agreeing to the dates.
But there's also items here that we never agreed to as like to the event.
yeah, that's what she's pending, for you guys to either approve it, not approve it. I guess you guys can defer it. I think the concern
If it's
here is that,
tentative.
she kind of wants to have
We
dates
have
laid
to
out.
have dates because we need to get going, like, luckily, we are done with the 4th of July, we already have our, we have to start doing the process of getting, all the other stuff like we did last year, but at least we have the band. And we need to start early, because we don't want to wait till the last moment to do everything.
But what are we voting on, Felicia? Because you have everything except August.
She's proposing that entire calendar with those dates and those events. So either you guys are approving all of it or you're not. That's
And
really
at
the
the bottom it
answer.
says event dates, times, and venues subject to change. Tentative dates to be determined pending CAC approval.
Which is what we're doing today.
Just so, I mean, if this helps, again, you guys can go about it any way you want, but for example, so Women of Distinction, we're pretty much on track there. We're good. No events in April. Normally, you guys haven't had any events in April unless anybody's proposing an event, which I don't think you would have time to do at this point. So May 11th is really what I see. May and June, you guys may want to tackle those if you want to go, at least start moving on that, because that's approaching closer.
Why is Juneteenth TBD, to be
Because you
determined?
guys haven't confirmed anything.
Are we doing anything for that?
Yeah, so again, if you guys wanna go one by one, if that makes it easier for you guys, then make the motion of, okay, we're doing May, we're doing this is what we're doing.
May and June.
You're just agreeing to have the event on that day and at that location is really what the proposal is here.
Yeah, it's just
She's
that,
proposing-
and I added a Juneteenth because the council wants to do something. We
Correct.
voted not to do it,
Okay,
but we need to do something. I mean, we'll work with the town, see if they want to do a proclamation.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to see what the town wants to do, because I think what they want to do and what needs to be done may be totally different. And so
But that's
you
why I
know,
put it in the
also,
calendar because,
okay.
also too, we don't have time for this meeting, but for 4 years, we have, turned down Pride. Pride's in the same month. 4 years we voted it down. Not even a recognition. So,
Well, we didn't vote it down.
well, I know.
The cultural affairs committee.
the town, said we could do it.
Last year, the theater took it over. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but they're not interested in helping with the Juneteenth if they can't do the Pride.
What was that again, I'm sorry?
The last year, we had the theater took it over, because the town didn't want
It's
to take
fine,
it.
the town said they
Okay.
agreed to do it.
Now they said they don't want to do it this year unless they do both of them.
So they wanna do both.
They want to do both or not,
They wanna
What
collaborate
month
with
is Pride?
same month. June.
June?
And guys, I'm trying to push you guys in what I think is the right direction. At least I would urge you guys to at least look at, you know, if you're not comfortable with everything else just yet,
I was gonna make.
I would at least tell you to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, on May and June because it's creeping up on
Right.
us.
I make a motion to accept May, no events in April, except May 11 as paint a picture for mom at 9:30 a.m. and the June 15 Father's Day fishing tourney starting at 8 a.m.
Okay.
One thing though,
That's a motion, right?
Seconded by,
Oh, yeah.
seconded by Charles.
And discussion.
discussion. One thing that I just remembered, currently, the paint a picture for mom is said to be farmer's market. However, I don't know if you have heard, but as for the past 2, maybe 3 weekends, the farmer's market has not been
Mhm.
there. And my understanding, they're still working on it. So eventually, since it's only February still, we might have to have a different location for the paint a picture for
I
mom.
was gonna say that,
We can always go to the park, that's what we used to do.
see, or, Elsa's not here to talk about it, but yeah, I heard that, the.
So that's why I was just saying that
Farmers market vendor is
it's
being,
tentative,
it's being
but the
evaluated,
date is still.
so we have to have a plan B. If the farmers market comes back, Diego, I spoke with him, last month, I think, or at the beginning of the month, and he said he'll provide us everything. If he doesn't get picked as our vendor for the farmers market, then I suggest that we do it like we used to do it years ago at the Veterans Park. Because that way we have the pavilion, because we don't have money for tents. So that's how we used to do it. So again, plan A would be to have Diego provide us a tent and do it in the farmers market. Plan B would be to do it at the Veterans Park in one of the pavilions. If that's the case, Al, you need to help us if we need to secure that pavilion.
Yeah, just let me know and I can ask if it's available.
Okay.
That's all it takes.
For May 11.
I can already ask
Day before.
and you guys can
Yeah,
just decide
yeah.
next month.
Yes, like we did with Roberto Alonso.
Okay, so yeah, you have 2 options and then you guys decide.
Okay, thank you. And then, July 4th, we know.
As well?
All right, so any more discussion on the motion on the table to accept April, May, and June 15th events?
Right,
There's no discussion, we're gonna vote on favor,
Uh,
any nays?
Nay.
Z
we're not gonna do the rest of the calendar?
votes
No, because we don't have events to put on there.
Motion
It says to be
passes
determined.
by majority.
When we get a date, then we have an event, is that what you're saying?
No, she
This was
voted
just a
against.
vote on her. She voted no, that's it. And then the motion passed.
Mhm.
So we're confirmed pretty much for cultural
Up
affairs
to June 15th.
up to the.
for the upcoming
So
2.
on the next meeting, I'll hopefully I'll have a date for the concert. And then anything else.
Yeah, and then they can,
It's back.
they can hopefully approve the rest, yeah, correct.
May I ask a question? Charles, are you in charge of Juneteenth? Is that your event?
Okay,
Yeah, Charles is in charge of them,
If we have,
if we have it. Oh, no.
July 4th is.
What's the next thing?
So the question is like Pride taken off the calendar altogether, or is it to be determined?
As of right now, it's not part of that proposal. You guys can propose it. I will remind you that this was not approved that last year.
The town needs to approve it before we can proceed. That's.
As of right now, you guys haven't gone back, like, this year, you guys haven't gone back and said, hey, you wanna try to propose it to council. I have not, my understanding, I haven't heard that from you guys, so.
I'm sorry. Through the chair. I thought Charles went to the November meeting.
turn it down.
Yeah, they turned it on, okay, thank you.
Okay. 8:11.
If you guys are, and if you guys are you guys done with 8B? I don't wanna go on.
Yes.
8B, You're done by item 18.
Are we not looking at this then?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Let's see, we're still on AP.
We're still on
the
18.
calendar part.
The coordinators list. Are we on the coordinators list now?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I think we had the book talk, we already. So that's that one. April Days, I don't know if she'll be back. Have you heard from her?
Yeah, she said she'll be back at the March meeting.
Okay, great. So she wanted to be in that, in that committee, whatever. The holiday book reading, Esther said that she wanted to be in it, but she's no longer a member. So did Charles, who else wants to be in the holiday book reading? Anybody? Okay, it's only you, Charles.
Through the chair,
Yes.
the book talk lecture, do we have to vote on who's the chairperson for the event? No?
Elsa wanted to do it. Versace said it.
I mean,
I'm curious because we
This is
never,
saying that here.
we
these are
never,
proposals based on what
Right.
was happened last year, right, Felicia?
And
people
Elsa-
told me.
Elsa was not here present at the last meeting or Evelise. So I want a clarification.
From my notes, all the only chairs that were picked for this year were Women of Distinction, Black History Month, and Holiday Book Reading, which you guys will have to reselect anyways, because Esther's gone now.
Right.
So no, the chairs haven't
But
been,
Elsa was the chair previously. So I mean, it's up to her to.
no, it's not up to anybody. You guys as a committee have to agree on things. If you disagree, like, please speak
But
up.
if I pick that I wanna be, let's say, in.
I mean, it's a collaboration anyways. You guys could technically, all be. All it allows for is just, so that there's one person kind of, making sure we're moving forward with the event.
Let me clarify this. I remember, from last year, let's go back to last year. Getting a picture from Elsa, always said that she wants to do it. Okay, so that's why I put her there. You want to approve it, it's like if someone picks that person wants to do it and you're saying no. You're going against that person's wish, so.
I'm just saying because then all of you could say you want to be chairs and you still have to pick somebody. That's all. I'm just, so obviously you guys have to be, you're collaborating, you have to agree, that's all.
So,
At the end of the day, it's, you guys are deciding as a committee on,
but Charles normally does, the concerts, so, So that's why I put him in there.
Through the chair, is there anything imperative that we must vote on that?
I
list?
know, I mean, we never voted on this, we always say, oh, so wants to be here, and we assign people.
We don't
Voting
assign-
on who's gonna be in what is, I think is.
So if you guys think anything is important to vote on right now, I would request that you guys make a motion.
I
So
vote that
keep moving forward.
I motion that we, that we redo this list based on what people want to do and what people
Yeah,
want to
that's
vote
what we
for.
have to do.
Because I don't know how these names got here. I don't see mine anywhere.
Can you
And
just repeat the motion so we're all?
I motion that we start from scratch on the chairperson events coordinators list, once everyone has decided what they want to volunteer to do.
Okay,
So can I, a second?
Yes, I second it.
Okay, Trina second, and then there's a discussion.
is there anyone that you wanna be in?
Can we just like circulate this? This will be my thing. Just circulate like a blank one and then people put their names on what they want to do.
So like a
Oh,
sheet,
yeah,
Like a Google,
And we can come back next time and just take what we
like a
have,
Google
because
Doc.
my whole thing, my concern with this is like every time it comes back, it's changed and we have additional things. Like, for example, Argentina, nobody ever said anything about that.
It's a
Nicole Henry,
proposal.
nobody said anything about that.
So,
I get it, but it's like a proposal, but Felicia, I'm talking.
Let me see.
It's
And
a
then after-
proposal, but it feels like it's already being imposed on the rest of us
No,
without
we're
anybody
using
discussing it.
anything.
Okay.
I'm
So
pretty
through the
open,
chair-
it's just that, it's-
Through the chair, if I may, because I think you guys are getting stuff, but you're all agreeing at the end of the day that yes, you can all have choices. I'm happy to prepare like a kind of like a survey doc, if you want to call it, a paper one, bring it to the
No,
next.
we'll use, I have one that is half blank.
But that's what her motion is.
Yeah, we have it. We brought it last time and we started filling it in.
Well, then if you can please pass it out so that they can come back with options
I
next
have
time.
it, I don't know if I have it here, but I have it in my file. I'll email it to you and then people fill it in and then bring it.
Okay, so it's just essentially that blank, correct? I'm happy to edit the text and send it to you guys blank if
No,
that
no,
helps.
I'll send you what I have. I have the blank one.
Okay.
Can you send it to us like we did for women of distinction?
Yeah,
Here it is,
essentially the same
Sign-
thing and you guys
a
are,
live doc? Is that what you call it?
no, because you guys aren't
live.
really supposed to
No,
be,
because we
Oh,
don't, we
okay.
can't see.
but I'm happy to bring you, just, give you guys a form, you guys print it and bring it filled out.
Why do we have to wait so
Yes.
much paper? Can't we just do a Google Doc where everybody?
I
gets
can
their
do a
details?
survey link.
Please,
Well, I mean, you guys,
let's.
we can do a survey link.
Some people don't have access to computers.
That's fine,
You
I
can
can
do it on
print
your
it for,
phone.
no, I can print it, guys, I can print it. Whenever there's a survey online such as Women of Distinction, if somebody doesn't have access to a computer, we printed it for them, that's not a problem. So we can do mainly online, but whoever doesn't have access, I can print papers, that's not a problem. We wanna make sure everybody gets their opinion.
Alright, any more discussion?
I have it.
Okay,
So just to repeat, can you repeat the motion?
The motion on the table is from Z and it's to start from scratch, this list, so having like a blank one circulated.
Okay.
That was the second, you guys have, any more discussions?
She seconded, you discussion,
Any more discussions?
Any more discussion?
alright, we're gonna vote, all in favor,
100%, that's what we did already.
Guys, just a vote, if we don't,
Alright,
I will ask you guys that once the discussion is over, we shouldn't go back and forth with comments, because if not, we're not gonna move forward on your agenda items.
alright, so all in favor of circulating a blank sheet of the subcommittee and chairperson events?
Aye.
Any against? Hearing none, the motion passes unanimously.
I would like to make a motion that once the chair people have been chosen for these events, things such as book talks and Hispanic History Month have choices that we vote upon before a decision is made.
we
I mean-
usually do.
Yeah, and that's what the proposal, and I'll remind you guys, a proposal is just that, proposal, essentially, you guys still have to vote on it. It's just, I would ask you guys that instead of just bringing one option, you maybe bring two, because it would be terrible for somebody to bring one option, it get turned down, and now we're back to zero.
So who gets to bring the options? Only the people in
No,
the
the
subcommittee or the entire?
Usually the chair, I'm just telling you how the committee has been. The committee, usually you guys, the chair kind of leads that effort, and that's fine, but at the end of the day, it's a collaborative effort, and you guys are more than welcome to bring other suggestions and ideas. It doesn't fall on one person, it is a committee effort.
Okay, through the chair, one thing that I remember, even though June 15, who was the chairperson for that? For
You guys haven't picked it.
the Father's Day fishing tournament.
Oh, we haven't picked one, but I can volunteer, I don't mind.
Keep
Okay.
it, she's been doing it for the past 2 years.
Yes, but we still have to vote on it. We still have to make it official.
Let's bring.
Oh, because we voted on
one and then we fill
We
it.
voted up to June 15, May 11th, it's still up in the air because Elsa, we didn't vote for that.
But
But she's
maybe I
not
would
here.
wait until the next meeting, because if somebody else wants to jump on board and do the fishing,
Okay,
but I can go look into it.
okay. I'm just, I just realized that, oh,
No, I put Renee in because she was the chair last year.
Just to bring it up, since we're here talking about that, I'm looking into having porta potties this time around.
Ooh.
So let's see how much they are.
Can we get the bougie ones? Those are my favorite.
It depends on our budget.
I saw one,
Okay.
there's a construction site next door, so we can, maybe you can yourself.
Through the chair, I just want to get you guys back on track, because you're about 10 minutes out from your meeting.
Yep.
We wanna know the winners of the.
Yeah, if you want to circle back to that, I have here, and I'll scan this and share with you all. The arts winner is B, winner B. For business, the winner is B. Education,
Wait, business is right.
arts,
Wait a minute.
Is B.
the arts winner is B. Business winner is B, guys, I will
B
email
as
this
in
to you
boy?
guys. Business winner is B as in boy. Education, there was a tie. C and E, if you guys
Hold on,
wanna,
hold on.
C and D,
C and E,
D.
E.
Alright, so are we doing?
No,
that?
break
Wait,
and E.
wait, let me.
So we need a tiebreaker.
Repeat that again.
Guys, I will also scan this, you guys. I'm gonna start
Okay.
again.
Start.
Arts winner B. Business winner is B. Education winners, there was a tie, C and E. Government winner was B. Health services winner was A, volunteer winner was B. Anybody, everybody got it?
Yep.
So there's a tie for education, C and E.
Volunteer E,
Volunteer, the winner was B.
B.
so
So
the wrong ones.
you have winners for all except education. Education, there's a tie. Do you guys want to break that tie? Do you
Yes,
want to
let's
give
do
it?
a tiebreaker,
I
so
gotta
that
look
we
at
can
the-
find the person.
There we go.
Right, so education.
Education, what you said, E and C?
Correct.
C.
I'm happy to read it out loud for you guys if you
No.
want.
We're not, don't worry about it.
I have one copy if anybody needs.
All right, so all in favor of C?
Wait, let me see what it is. B,
No, C and E.
E, right? C and E.
B and
No,
echo, echo,
C for cat,
echo.
E for elephant. C being the Miami Lakes K through 8 center person. E being the principal at Matter Gardens Academy.
All right,
Is there a conflict of interest, if I may ask with that?
Well,
For which one?
Because the principal at Matter Gardens Elementary is also married to a council member.
Woo.
Ooh.
No, as long as it's not somebody on the committee, because the committee's the one that's voting.
Excellent.
You guys are fine.
and we've picked members from the
Yeah,
committee
you pick,
before that.
and you guys have picked council members before and stuff.
And committee members.
Excellent, yeah.
We just.
I didn't know.
Does, do any of you need a copy?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna vote again? Can we just do it by hand?
Yeah, like,
All right,
so
so
show of hands
Show of
for
hands.
C, show of hands.
show
for
of
E.
hands for C.
wait, who's C? Hold on a second. C.
All right, so we have 1, 2, 3.
Jackie, are you ready?
I'm just trying to catch up with who it is.
Education C.
I got the.
Just give her a moment. then. Just give her a moment so that she can see which one she wants to vote on. While you guys are doing that. While she's doing that, I want to mention something because I know it's your upcoming item and I know we're tight on time. 8C, Black History Month. I know Charles will give a debrief. At last minute, the artist asked for accommodations regarding food, right, refreshment, snacks. Charles went out of his way to pay for it. I know as a committee, you guys didn't agree on it, so I told him, bring it back to the committee to see if you guys are willing to reimburse him for that expense. So if you guys can
I
take a
make
vote
a
on that, if
motion.
you're interested in doing it.
Yeah, I make a motion to reimburse Charles with, how much was it?
I'm sorry, I'm in favor.
118 something.
For the amount spent on the entertainment of the history.
I'm so sorry, it's somewhere here.
It's a little tab.
I just had it.
You put it under the, put it under the computer.
Motion to reimburse from.
Oh, look, okay, here you go. So it was from Publix, it's $118 with 51 cents for napkins, plates, fresh fruit platters, and I guess it was like the little sub platters.
Same.
Okay, I motion to reimburse Charles 118.51. Any seconds?
Second.
Second by Z.
Discussion.
And discussion.
Discussion?
I had something.
We're gonna get it from.
Oh, wait, thank you. Where are we gonna, pay it out of?
It would have to come out of Black History Month, you would, with that account would be,
A negative?
oh, yeah, you would
Okay.
get a deficit, so I'll bring back the budget again next month, and you guys will have to move funds.
Okay.
So if that's how you vote, you'll have to move funds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays?
Oh, wait a minute, I only heard my voice.
Sorry, was there more discussion, you guys, was there any more
Did you have
discussion?
something?
No, I'm still concerned because one thing that I don't wanna do is keep moving with money that we may need in the future, and that's what the council says, nothing with money for events that have not happened. So I caution you about that.
Yes, but I think
And-
the alternative here is to
We're
leave Charles in the negative for $118. I don't think that's fair.
No.
Any
we're
other
voting.
discussion?
No, that's discussion.
No, that was part of the
Oh.
discussion. Any other discussion, guys? No? Okay, I think you can take a
All
vote.
in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing none, then the motion passes unanimously.
I didn't see any.
Did you vote or no?
Abstain.
You're
I'm
abstaining?
Because I'm concerned.
Okay.
All right, hold on. So Felicia, it's a no?
Felicia's an
Abstaining.
abstaining. Are the rest of, can you guys vote again? Yeah?
Yeah, because it's confusing.
The rest of us vote, yes.
So,
No,
all
I
in
don't-
favor?
All in favor of the reimbursement?
Aye.
Okay,
So, yeah.
all against? None, and then Felicia
No,
abstains. And then the motion passes by majority.
So now we vote for communication.
No, it's already on the different birthday. And you don't got as much of that. Anyway, okay. Jackie?
My vote?
Everybody's vote, and nobody has voted yet.
Okay.
Go.
So who's voting for C, guys? Raise your hand if you're voting for C. We're gonna do one at a, so just raise your hand for only one.
C,
So C,
All right, so C's gonna win.
C, and then,
We are-
but still do E just for the sake
And
of
for
public record.
B, no,
For E.
E.
For E. Okay, so C is the winner, got it.
He's the winner.
Clearly no.
okay. Oh, and through the chair,
He's in.
can we revisit? Can we revisit?
Wait a minute, sorry.
No.
No, this is quick. Can I make a motion to move $118 and reasons?
51 cents.
And 51 cents from Hispanic Cultural Affairs Committee to Black History Month,
I second.
Do we have money?
$199.02.
Perfect.
Yeah, because that event already passed.
All right, yeah, so
We have-
okay, so motion to move.
I gave all of you guys a budget copy.
$118
It's right behind you.
and 51 cents from Hispanic Heritage to Black History. That's motion by Hannigan, I second it.
Okay, well, what was the amount again? Another nine?
118.51.
No, but, the amount that we had in Hispanic here?
$199.02.
199.
It's on page 12.
Cents, okay.
Discussion? There's 100 and what?
99.02.
In Hispanic Heritage.
You're taking out 118.51.
Right.
So how much do we have left? Do you know?
$71 and.
Okay,
Another
that's your
15 cents.
party pot.
I don't know how much you potty in.
Through the chair, I'll just remind you guys, you guys have taken a
Okay,
vote
we're
before,
done.
that you don't have to be, I'm just reminding you. that
Okay,
if
so
you
all
wanna
in
extend
favor
it-
of moving the funds from Hispanic Heritage to Black History?
Aye.
Do you have the money? You have the money?
Any nays?
You have the money?
Felicia, is that a vote?
Yeah.
What's your vote? I didn't hear you.
Through the chair, I would urge you guys to not be speaking under your breath when there's a conversation going on. It's very confusing for the secretary and for anybody listening to us online.
Oh, gee.
All right, so again, motion to move the 118.51 from Hispanic Heritage over to Black History. All in favor? Any nays? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously.
Through the chair,
You motion to adjourn.
no, through the chair, I motion that we move item 9A to the next, meeting, next agenda, due to the fact that the proposed chairperson is not here to give us an event update.
Oh, the 9A, oh, okay.
Any second?
That's it.
Second.
Charles, discussion.
Oh, we spoke about it.
Okay, we're gonna vote to move, table, I guess, 9A to the next meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. And then we were still missing,
But we did
Charles.
talk about the options. We talked about it.
Option for what?
When we were doing the calendar, remember, we spoke a little bit about it. remember?
We still missed.
Okay, now we,
Black
now
History
now we have
Month.
to make a motion to extend the meeting.
Yeah,
No,
well, what do you do? With the motion or then you ready to adjourn?
We were just missing, Black History Month for Charles to give his update. That's it, right? And then announce.
Do you have any updates?
Oh, I thought you did, sorry.
Oh,
Only take 5
Charles
minutes, come
said
on,
we're
extend the
all right,
10
Charles
minutes.
said there's nothing else
Make
to
a
do.
motion.
Make a motion to extend the meeting 10 minutes.
Any second,
Hold on, wait, finish.
Come on, guys.
motion fails.
Motion fails to extend.
Can you feel me?
Okay.
So then,
You guys don't need a motion.
Every time,
Guys, please be professional. We don't need comments out of, when we're done
All right,
discussing.
so motion to adjourn?
You make the motion? Fran?
Yes, I'm making a motion to adjourn.
I said,
All right, so Madden.
Any discussion, any vote?
Remember what I said last time?
No,
The chair's the one that makes the motion to extend.
I was just said make the motion. So you wanna make the motion, you should go ahead. I withdraw my motion to adjourn.
Okay. Adjourn, any motion to adjourn?
time.
Any second, guys?
yes, adjourn.
All right, Z seconds the
Time? The
motion.
time is 8:33. Okay, have a good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. Okay, so.
How do you notify the people?
I will send an email.
Oh, you send
Now the next question to her.
Y'all,
I know.
You gotta tell us who won, so then we know.
I'll send you guys. You said it.
A, B, C, D has names.
Yeah, those
The
are.
person that you chose, Madrid.
Oh, God. That's true, we need to know that.
Oh, who she is?
Yeah.
Michelle, right? A teacher,
No, I wanted to ask.
a principal.
But let me do something before she was going to choose the meeting. Thank you.